Today we're talking about a monohybrid cross, which is crossing one trait, mono meaning one. And we're going to look at the chromosome here with the allele for color. So this plant has an allele for purple and it has an allele for white. And so let's look at some vocab. It's genotype. The genotype is looking at what it has for alleles in its genome, So here we have purple, and let's say that purple is dominant over white. So we're going to make that a big P because dominant traits are expressed with capital letters, whereas the white is going to be recessive, so we're going to give that a little p. So that's its genotype, big P, little p, or purple and white. That's what it has in its chromosomes, in its genetic complement. Its phenotype, however, this is always expressed with a word. Its phenotype is going to be purple. This is what we see. So its phenotype is purple. So if we were to look over here, the dominant allele would be expressed with capital letters. So anything here would be capital. Recessive alleles would be expressed with lowercase letters. Another vocab word, homozygous, homo meaning same. If this set of chromosomes had both purple and purple alleles, it would be big P, big P. And so those are the same. And so therefore they would be homozygous. But these actually are heterozygous, hetero meaning different. They are actually big P, little p. So they're homozygous. Just kidding, they're heterozygous. They're different, purple and white. So here, homozygous, you're going to look for things that are going to be the same. So if it's homozygous dominant, you're going to look for two capital letters. If it's homozygous recessive, you're going to look for two smaller letters. And the next two I'll have you think about. But let's work on setting up some Punnett squares in the next page. So let's look at number 14. In guinea pigs, short hair is dominant to long hair. So let's write this out over here to help us keep our information straight. So short hair, capital S, is dominant to long hair. Let's put little s, long hair. It's hard to tell because s's look the same, big and small, but we'll make sure we write big s's and little s's. So in guinea pigs, short hair is dominant to long hair. Complete the following Punnett squares according to the directions given. So let's draw out a Punnett square. And one guinea pig, his is heterozygous, big S, little s. And the other is homozygous, little s, little s. So let's do this out. If we have a big S, little s, little s, little s, this will be big S, little s, little s, little s. We have homozygous for short, meaning homo meaning same, so two capital S's. We have 0%, we have a 0% chance that an offspring of a parent that has that is homozygous long hair and heterozygous will have an offspring that is going to be homozygous for short hair. So on the outside of the Punnett square, this is the parent's phenotype. So we know what the parents look like. And in the inside, this is the parent's genotype. We see what the parents have in their genes. We don't necessarily know what they look like. But what we are trying to tell on the inside of the Punnett square is what is the possibility or the probability of the phenotype of the offspring. And so for heterozygous for short hair, we have 50%. It is going to be a 50% chance that the offspring is going to have short hair or be heterozygous for short hair. So we'll put 50% here, because if it has the dominant S, it's going to show. And there's a 50% chance that the phenotype is going to be long hair or homozygous recessive. So go ahead and give that a try, and I will show you another one on the next page. In this section here, we are looking at a monohybrid cross between hornless cattle and horned cattle. And so let's write out, because it makes it easier, that horned cattle or hornless cattle are dominant, capital H, over horned cattle. So we're going to put horned cattle, meaning this is a cow that has horns. And so the parent generation, the genotypes of a homozygous hornless bull. So the genotype is going to be hornless, big H, and it is mated with a homozygous horned cow, little h. So this is the parent's genotype. This is what we would put on the outside of the Punnett square. And the parent's phenotypes are hornless, and horned. So if we were to go to the next question, it says, what is the probability of, and the phenotype, the probability of the phenotype and the genotypes of an offspring from the two parents above? So let's make a Punnett square, and we will put the parents' genotypes, what, H, big H, and the offspring could potentially have big H, little h, big H, little h, big H, little h, big H, oop, that's a big H, little h. So the F1 generation phenotypes would be, you would have only big H, little h, and the phenotypes would be, see, for hornless, you would have 100% chance of it being hornless because they each have a dominant allele in there, which is going to be expressed no matter what. And horned, none of them are going to be horned. So it is 0%. So go ahead and try these in the next section. And I will see you in class.